Hey, it's Jess. I wanted to talk to you quickly about compassion and how having compassion for people that you know, people that you don't know, and also for yourself. I think we can be very hard on ourselves. We can be very hard on other people, and we can also be very hard on our family. There's this, I think it was Brene Brown was talking about whether or not people are doing the best they can. And I think that's a really good way to apply self-compassion and compassion as a whole. I know that it's really hard for me to consider someone else when I'm in suffering. But it's really important to practice that because we really don't know what people are going through. I was in an accident a few years ago and no one could tell I was hurt. It was all internal. I felt a little weak, very sad. I felt very sad that no one could see that I was hurt internally. And it really reminded me of how I walked around in the world, very impatient with people, not even considering whether or not they were going through something, whether they lost someone, whether they had just suffered a miscarriage, whether they were going home to an abused relationship. So many things. I'm feeling very sad that I did that, and I would walk away or walk around in the world without that sort of self-awareness. But it's always there. And I think it's one of the best things to do is just sort of think about other people. And that's such a great way to practice compassion. And also for yourself. We also compare ourselves to the way we were. We are never really comparing ourselves to another person. This is something I've learned about myself. I'm always comparing myself to how I was yesterday, how I was a week ago, how I was 10 years ago. Can you imagine? That is a lot of stress. So consider that. Consider having more compassion for yourself. You are doing the best you can in this present moment. Now, having compassion for your family. I sort of jumped around a little bit. This one is a hard one. But it's possible. Your family is literally doing the best they can with what they have. And the more you learn about how your family came together, or how your mom or your grandmother or your uncle and why they do what they do, if you feel still a little confused about that, everybody's just doing what they can in this moment with what they have. I still feel like people could work a little bit harder, but that's me trying to balance myself. And it's good just to keep practicing that self-awareness and practicing compassion. All right. Take care.